Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is my Star Wars Black Series collection video. Yeah guys, I've been doing a lot of Star Wars collecting on this channel lately, so I decided that I would get all my figures together and do a collection video, because I think the last time I did one of those things has been about a month, and most of the time I just show a bunch of pictures of my collection, but this is going to be a little bit different because I'm actually going to be filming my entire collection and going through all of them as I go. And I never realized just how many figures I have. They're all pretty great, guys, but just to give you a rough overview of what you're seeing, the figures that I have in the middle are pretty much the ones that I like the most. They're my most favorite of my collection. And then the ones on the side, not to say that I don't like them a whole lot, but you know, I want to have the ones that are my favorite kind of more in the forefront. So back in the day when I first started my collection, I think the only figures that I had was Ahsoka Tano, Bosk, and I had a Kylo Ren. I think it was the Star Killer base Kylo Ren. After that, I got a few other characters like Rey and I think like Finn. My collection was pretty small, but it slowly grew over time, and I'm actually pretty proud of it. Of course, I didn't have a job back then, so literally what I did is I, you know those like survey websites where you can like get surveys and they'll give you points, and then you can like, you know, redeem those points for stuff. I literally did that, and for like weeks, and I would redeem my points for Amazon gift cards, and then I would use those Amazon gift cards to buy figures. Yeah, it was pretty rough. The Bosk that I actually have in my collection, I think he was around like 30 something bucks, and it took me maybe 2 weeks to make that much on the survey websites because they don't give you that many points. But yeah, guys, times were tough back then. But now I have a job, so don't have to do those dumb surveys anymore. But okay, let's keep moving on here. I went ahead and put my villains kind of more in the forefront, and as it goes up, I kind of put my heroes in there. I'm kind of more of a prequel junkie, but they haven't really been making a whole lot of prequel figures as of late. They're starting to make a whole lot now, but I got them on pre-order, so I have to wait for those. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start from the bottom up in the middle, starting off with Palpy. Now Palpy always has to be special because he came with a chair, so I always have to set him on the ground. I got my Boba Fett, I got my Dengar. The lighting's kind of in his face really bad right there. I got my Bosk, I got my Imperial Guard, which I need to get another one of those. I have the Anniversary Darth Vader. My Inquisitor, yeah, my Inquisitor that I got from, I think she's from the Fallen Order video game. I'm gonna have to end up getting a replacement for her because her leg broke. It's like slightly bent and I can't get it back in place, so I'm gonna have to end up getting a replacement for her, which is a little sad, but you know, it is what it is. Speaking of things being broke, before I get too far into this video, I think we should all have a moment of silence for my Rebel Trooper, who sadly broke a little while before I started filming this. Yeah, it's pretty bad, guys. So I think we should do a quick moment of silence for him. Okay, but moving on with my collection. I have the Death Squad Trooper, which I've been meaning to get another one of him for a while, but I still haven't got around to it. Let me see, what else do I have here? I got all my favorite Jedi here. I got Yoda, I got Gianna, which most people probably don't know, but that's okay. I got the Jedi Knight Luke, which I've been trying to get for the longest time, and finally got him. Let me see, I got my Padme, I got episode 5, Leia. I don't know, I forgot what scene that this Leia comes from. She looks like the Hoth one, but without the jacket on. I don't know. Let me see. I got C-3PO. I got my boy Anakin. Oh man, it was probably my favorite Star Wars character. And R2 and BB-8. Sorry, I had to move them a little bit because they got blocked. But I got those two. Been trying to get them for the longest time. And yeah, guys, I almost forgot to mention, I do have my Rise of Skywalker Rey up in the middle. Now, Rey isn't necessarily one of my favorite characters, but she is one of my favorite figures. Like, this Rise of Skywalker figure that they made is probably the best Rey that Star Wars Black Series has ever made. So that's why she's up here, because she's one of my favorite ones. But moving up to the next level, we got Obi-Wan in his clone armor, which I still need to get some clones for him to lead into battle. And we got his right-hand man, Commander Cody, and Commander Gree. Now, I really need to get some 212 clone troopers. I have like one 212 clone trooper. I want to get at least one more so we can have a pair of clones for Commander Cody to give orders to. But yeah, guys, I'm really slipping when it comes to collecting clones, and it's funny because they're like some of my favorite guys, but yet I have hardly any of them. I have more so stormtroopers and First Order troopers more so than clones, but I'll get better, I promise. Moving on to the other side, we got my boy Mace Windu, looking pretty crispy. Literally a really great figure. I don't really feel like they need to make another one anytime soon. That's literally the best you could get with a Mace Windu figure, and I like that one a lot. Let me see, I got my New Hope Han and my Empire Strikes Back Chewie. I've been contemplating getting rid of my Chewie from the Solo movie since they more or less look exactly the same. But I don't know. I'm still contemplating that. I'm a little bent out of shape because the Empire Strikes Back Chewie did not come with a bowcaster. He came with like a regular Stormtrooper blaster, which I'm a little bent out of shape about that. So I feel like I'm going to end up having to get another Chewbacca so I can get the bowcaster. Unless I can find someone selling a bowcaster on like eBay or something. I might go try to do that before considering buying another one. But let's move up to the tippy top, where we have the villains. Got all our prequel villains and one Legends villain. Got Darth Revan. Really cool figure. Doesn't have much articulation, but I just like his overall aesthetic. And like with Gianna, he's probably one of the few figures that's kind of from like Legends, which I don't know if they're planning on making any more Legends action figures. Hasbro, please make a Jason Solo. But yeah, really like him a lot. Moving on, we got Jango Fett, which is a really sleek, cool looking figure. I feel like he should be a little bit taller, but whatever. We got Darth Maul over here, and we got General Grievous. In a lot of ways, I like this General Grievous figure a lot because it's the proportion size is really good. He kind of towers over my other figures, but also at times he feels a little bit hard to articulate because his joints are so skinny. He feels like he could fall over in any minute. But for the most part, he's a pretty good figure, and I like him a lot. So yeah, guys, primarily these are all my figures that I like the most out of my collection, the ones that you see right here. And let's go ahead and move on to the other side, which I guess I call it my villain side, which there's not that many. Mostly it's a bunch of stormtroopers and a few of my bounty hunters. As you can see here, I got IG-88, I got that droid that comes with Grand Moff Tarkin, I got my other Kylo Ren, and I have at least 3 First Order troopers. I got that Jetpack Imperial Trooper from Battlefront 2, which I really like him a lot. I've been thinking about getting at least one more of him. I got my Riot Troopers who can beat up Finn. I got the Mud Trooper from Solo. I got that tank. Is that a hover tank trooper? I honestly I'm not really all that fond of him. I don't know why I got him. And I have my First Order Jet Trooper, which at the beginning when he first released, I was dogging him. I was talking about how I didn't really like him, but it turns out he's one of my favorite figures, and he's really cool to articulate. I got my default Stormtrooper, which I want to at least get one more of those. I got Director Krennic, and I have one Death Trooper, which I need to get another one of. Alright, let's move on to the other side, which is a lot more bigger, which is the hero side, or the good guys, or whatever. Starting off with my one Clone Trooper from the 212th. Really cool. Wish he was a little bit better articulated, but that's okay. I got 2 Hoff Troopers that I recently got the other day, so really like them a lot. Might get one more of those. I got Lando Calrissian, I got Finn, I have Episode 1 Obi-Wan, and yeah, let's see, I have at least 3 Reys. I think I have Jakku Rey, Octo, and then the Jedi Training one. I got my boy Poe, really cool guy. Let me see, I got the Chewie and the Han from the Solo movie. I got Wedge. I have Yavin Ceremony Luke. I have Pilot Luke. I got Jyn Erso, and I always forget that I have Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor, and K2SO. I don't know why I always forget about those 3. And every time I display them, I always display them together. It's kind of sad. I wanted to get the Chariot and the Baz or whatever his name is. I keep on, holding off on getting those 2, but I probably should go ahead and get them because they're probably pretty pricey now. So it'd probably be in my best interest to go ahead and get those figures. But, I really like the K2SO, probably I like the most in terms of figure-wise, out of those kinds of figures. Oh, I almost forgot about... Guys, I'm telling you, sometimes my collection is so big, I literally forget about certain people. I totally forgot about my A New Hope Luke and my A New Hope Princess Leia. They were... I forgot to even take them out of my storage. But yeah, the Luke looks kind of weak sauce. I probably need to get a new Farm Boy Luke. There was one, I think there was a new one that came out with the anniversary, which probably looks a little bit better, so I should probably consider getting him, but I don't know, we'll see. And the Princess Leia is literally probably not gonna get a replacement for Princess Leia. She looks pretty awesome. Alright, moving on. Oh, I forgot all about Cal Kestis and his droid, BD. Yeah, really great game, really great figures. BD, just from that game alone, became one of my favorite droids. Alright, guys, and I don't believe I've left out anyone. Yeah, I did. I left out, Kanan from Rebels. I'm sorry, Kanan. I'm sorry. By the way, I also need to get the Rebels crew. I need to get Ezra, I need to get Hera, I need to get Sabine, I need to get Chopper. They never made a Zeb. Why did you never make a Zeb, Hasbro? But yeah, guys, that is my entire Star Wars collection. I thought that it would be cool to go ahead and do that since I did a collection video on my my Marvel figures. I was also gonna do another collection where I showed all my figures that come from other lines that I don't normally buy, but I literally only have 3 of those, and that's the SH Figure Arts Ken, the Todd McFarlane's MK11 Johnny Cage, and then the Jazzwares Fortnite Jonesy figure. Those are the only miscellaneous figures that I have so far. But I really like those 3 a lot. depending on what the line comes out with next, depends on whether or not I'll buy certain things. With Street Fighter, I honestly don't know. The Todd McFarlane toys, they look cool, but they don't really fit in with all the other figures because they're so tall. They look like giants compared to everyone else. But we'll see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to other videos coming up. I got a couple of Star Wars figures on the way that I'm going to do a joint review on, so look forward to that. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling and get on about my day. Be sure to follow me on my Twitter, as you'll stay updated whenever I upload a video. And also, if you like photos of figures, go check out my Instagram, where you can see all the different types of figures and photos that I take, some of which you don't see in my videos. So look forward to that. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos. Catch you later.